High blood sugar does not always arrive like an emergency. Sometimes it arrives like thirst. Sometimes it arrives like a heavy afternoon. Sometimes it looks like needing the bathroom again, feeling hungry after eating, or waking up tired even though nothing dramatic happened. And that is what makes it dangerous. Many people imagine high blood sugar as something obvious, extreme, and impossible to miss. But in the beginning, the body often whispers before it screams. The mistake is thinking that blood sugar problems only matter when there is a diagnosis. Your body may start sending signals long before a doctor ever uses a serious word. Not because the body is trying to scare you, but because the fuel system is under pressure. Sugar is staying in the blood longer than it should. Insulin has to work harder. Cells are not receiving energy as cleanly. And slowly, ordinary life starts feeling heavier than it should. You may still function. You may still work, drive, talk, laugh, and pretend everything is normal. But inside, the system that turns food into usable energy may be struggling. And when that system struggles, the signs can show up in places you do not expect. Your mouth, your bladder, your eyes, your mood, your hunger after meals. The first red flag is thirst that feels different. Not normal thirst after sweating, not thirst because the room is hot, but a dry, repeated need to drink as if the body keeps asking for water and never quite feels satisfied. When sugar stays too high in the blood, the body tries to dilute and remove it. The kidneys begin working harder to filter the blood and push extra sugar out through urine. But sugar pulls water with it. So the more your body tries to get rid of excess glucose, the more fluid you lose. That can leave you thirsty, dry-mouthed, and strangely unfinished even after drinking. It's like trying to mop a floor while the pipe is still leaking. Water goes in, water goes out, and the body keeps asking for more because the real problem is not just dehydration. The real problem is what the body is trying to flush away. This is why thirst and frequent urination often travel together. You drink more because you urinate more. You urinate more because the body is trying to clear extra sugar. Then you become thirstier again. It can become a loop so ordinary that people stop questioning it. They just keep a bottle nearby, wake at night to use the bathroom, and call it normal. But if you're constantly thirsty, constantly peeing, or waking up at night to urinate more than usual, that's not just an annoying habit. It can be a signal that your blood sugar system is asking for attention. The second sign is fatigue that does not match your day. This is one of the most misunderstood signs because everyone is tired now. People are tired from work, stress, screens, poor sleep, long hours, and modern life doing its charming little impression of a slow-motion car crash. So when high blood sugar causes fatigue, many people miss it. They assume they need more coffee, more discipline, or another weekend to recover. But high blood sugar fatigue has a specific logic. Glucose is in the blood, but it is not getting into the cells efficiently. Your bloodstream may be carrying fuel, but your cells can still feel underfed. Imagine a city with trucks full of supplies driving around, but the warehouses cannot open their doors fast enough. From the outside, there is plenty. Inside, there is shortage. That is why you can feel tired even after eating. The food arrived, the sugar rose, but the energy did not become clean, steady power. Instead, the body has to manage a traffic jam in the blood. Insulin has to work harder. The system becomes stressed, and you feel heavy, slow, foggy, or strangely drained. This kind of tiredness can feel unfair because it doesn't always improve with more food. In fact, sometimes food makes it worse. You eat to get energy, and then you feel like someone quietly poured sand into your bloodstream. That's not normal restoration. That's a fuel system sending a warning. The third sign is sleepiness after meals. A little relaxation after eating can be normal, especially after a large meal. But if you regularly feel crushed after meals, especially after sweet foods, white bread, pasta, rice, pastries, juice, or large portions, pay attention. This is not just being full. It may be your body struggling with the glucose wave that arrives after eating. After a meal, carbohydrates break down into glucose. Blood sugar rises, insulin responds. In a healthy rhythm, glucose moves into cells and energy stabilizes. But when the system is under pressure, that rise can be too high, too fast, or too hard to manage. The result can feel like a shutdown. Your brain gets foggy, your eyelids get heavy, motivation disappears. The couch begins making aggressive eye contact. This matters because post-meal sleepiness can become invisible in daily life. You eat lunch, then need coffee. You eat dinner, then collapse. You tell yourself digestion always makes people sleepy, but your body may be telling a deeper story. It may be saying that the food you just ate created a metabolic wave too large for the system to handle smoothly. And here's the catch. The more often this happens, the more the body can start arranging your day around energy crashes. You become less active after meals. You crave more quick fuel later. You move less because you feel heavy. Then blood sugar control gets even harder because movement is one of the simplest ways your muscles help clear glucose from the blood. The crash creates stillness, and stillness makes the next crash more likely. The fifth sign is frequent urination. This one is easy to joke about because nobody wants their health warning to be bathroom logistics. But the body is not always poetic. Sometimes the early alarm is very practical. If blood sugar is too high, the kidneys try to remove extra glucose through urine, but they cannot remove glucose without pulling fluid along with it. That means more trips to the bathroom, more fluid loss, and often more thirst. Nighttime urination is especially important if it is new or increasing. Sleep is supposed to be a long repair window. If you keep waking up to urinate, two things may be happening at once. Your body may be dealing with excess sugar, and your sleep quality may be getting damaged. Then the next day begins with worse energy, worse hunger regulation, and more stress on the system. This is how one symptom can become a chain reaction. High sugar can increase urination, more urination can disrupt sleep, poor sleep can make insulin sensitivity worse, worse insulin sensitivity can make blood sugar harder to control. The body loves patterns, even bad ones. Give it the same pressure long enough, and it builds a loop around it. The fifth sign is hunger that doesn't make sense. This is not normal hunger before a meal. This is hunger that comes too soon. Hunger after eating, hunger mixed with fatigue, or hunger that feels urgent and strangely emotional. It can feel like your body is asking for more food even though you already gave it food. And in a way, that is exactly what may be happening. If glucose is not entering cells efficiently, the cells may act as if energy is missing. The bloodstream may be full, but the cells are still sending low energy signals, so the brain receives confusion. There is sugar in the blood, but the tissues are not fully satisfied. The result can be more hunger, more cravings, and more searching. This is why high blood sugar and hunger can coexist. It sounds backward, but biology does not care if it sounds unfair. You can have too much fuel in the blood and still feel like you need more fuel. It is not a character flaw, it is a delivery problem. And when hunger becomes urgent, the brain rarely asks for grilled fish and a thoughtful salad. It asks for fast energy, sweet foods, refined carbs, snacks that hit quickly. Then blood sugar rises again, insulin works again, and the whole cycle tightens. Hunger becomes both a symptom and a driver of the problem. Now, none of these signs alone proves that your blood sugar is too high. Thirst can come from heat, salt, caffeine, medication, or dehydration. Fatigue can come from sleep, stress, anemia, thyroid issues, depression, infections, or 100 other things the body likes to hide in the same drawer. Frequent urination can have many causes. That is why the point is not to panic. The point is to notice patterns. If thirst, fatigue, sleepiness after meals, frequent urination, and unusual hunger start appearing together, especially repeatedly, your body may be asking for a check. Not a guess, not a self-diagnosis at midnight with a search bar and a rising pulse, a real check. Blood glucose, fasting glucose, and longer-term markers can show what feelings cannot. But even before testing, you can understand the message. Blood sugar is not just a number. It's the rhythm of how your body handles fuel. When that rhythm is stable, energy feels smoother, hunger is calmer, meals do not knock you down, sleep is less disrupted, the day feels more predictable.
But when glucose keeps rising too high or staying high too long, the body becomes noisy. Thirst, bathroom trips, crashes, cravings, and tiredness are some of the ways that noise reaches the surface. The practical shift begins with making glucose easier for the body to handle. Build meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats instead of sending naked sugar into the bloodstream alone. Slow the wave. Do not let sweet drinks quietly become dessert with better marketing. Walk after meals when you can, even for a short time, because muscles help pull glucose out of the blood. Sleep seriously, because poor sleep makes the system less responsive. Manage stress, because stress hormones can push more fuel into the blood even when you did not eat anything. And most importantly, stop judging every symptom as a personal failure. Your body is not insulting you with thirst, it is communicating. It is not making you tired to ruin your day, it is showing that energy is not moving cleanly. It may be telling you that fuel is present, but not reaching the places that need it. That is the hidden truth. High blood sugar is not only about sugar, it's about access. Can your cells access energy? Can insulin do its job without a fight? Can your kidneys avoid overtime? Can your brain stay clear after meals? Can your body move through the day without constantly demanding rescue? The first signs are easy to ignore because they sound ordinary. Thirst, tiredness, sleepiness after meals, frequent urination, and unusual hunger. Nothing dramatic, nothing cinematic, just the body tapping on the glass. But if you ignore the tapping long enough, the body may stop whispering and start forcing you to listen. So pay attention to the small signals, not with fear, but with respect. Your body often gives warnings before it gives consequences, and the earlier you understand what those warnings mean, the more power you have to change the direction. Inside you, every meal becomes chemistry. Every night becomes repair or pressure. Every walk becomes a chance to move fuel into muscle. Every repeated craving, crash, and dry mouth may be part of a deeper conversation your body is trying to have with you. If you want to understand what these hidden signals really mean before they turn into bigger problems, stay on the channel, subscribe, and write in the comments which sign you notice most often: thirst, tiredness, sleepiness after meals, frequent urination, or hunger that doesn't make sense.